faster than I expected.
Yeah.
Looked like it would have it looks like it was only doable because of half magic, but
definitely. But we've got to start.
oh, apparently my stream paused again. Okay, should be good. Yeah, we are going.
All right.
I missed what item was in Link's house, but
just a piece of heart. And they both did start at Link's house. We got Kohrek heading straight up the castle.
yeah, Kohrek probably doing. It looks like they're both doing the same strat, which is checking. They get to check the tree, the 0 tree with the sign, or
Yep.
or the level 1 tree. They get to check Uncle, free items. I'm personally a fan of checking the rock crab and stuff at Sanctuary, but I know that that's a bit of a slower start. So it might not be as efficient, but sometimes it really pays off. Also, I guess in this mode, you actually have no idea where Sanctuary is going to drop you. So
I was going to say, I think that is the thinking of both of our runners here.
I believe in full it can drop you even on like Death Mountain.
Ooh.
Because it can shuffle with any 2 entrants. Correct? All dungeons are shuffled with any 2 entrances.
Dungeons shuffled with any 2 entrances, yeah. And we got early power gloves for both runners.
Oh, that's always fun. I had a race yesterday, and it was, I think it was, oh no, was it no, the standard had no power gloves for a long time. It was an open race, like, just before the standard, and it was pretty good like that. Lots of good early movement, which can be a little bit scary if you're a new runner, to get lots of early exploration items, because it just adds so much to what you have to do.
Yeah, it's a ton of information management.
I have to write that down. What was Hyrule Castle?
The bottom of Paradox Cave.
Oh.
Which right now, with none of the glitchable items, that's actually a pain.
If you find an early mirror, then there you go. There's some items. Although that might be considered a sequence break.
Oh, and a vanilla sanctuary. But I forget. I think that's one of the minor glitches that most people will leverage.
Yeah, but like in this, it could heavily sequence break you. There are 7 items up there.
Yeah.
So if you don't have Dark World access, if you don't have Pyramid access, and you mirror that, your season's gonna go really weird, really fast.
Yeah, that is one I will say that often I preach caution to the sequence break and an entrance shuffle, but that's one that I'll say that even I'm willing to do is just mirror some blocks out of the way.
Looks like Death Mountain ends it is very easy to climb up. Is the double house? What?
But it goes to the Desert Palace entrance. Well, that's no fun.
Okay, well, we're gonna need flute then. It looks like, unless there's another way to get up there. Okay, so this is worthy to write down. Death Mountain entrance leads to desert. See, this is where it gets confusing for people. Is when you just end up in a different area of the world. Because now you have to start connecting these entrances, and there's a fortune teller. We found one of them.
Only 7,654 to go.
Now, going into the forest, you get some guaranteed items, which is nice. Also, the one drop down. Maybe we'll find Ganon and for me, his normal resting place. Oh, nope, there's a fairy. Not a good one either. It doesn't have chests in it.
Right.
Poor flat fairies.
And Edge finding his, oh, I hope this is Death Mountain.
Oh, never mind. I'm sure something.
Oh, there it is. You called it Forest Ganon.
Yep, it's always Forest Ganon. So you could see him pause to make the note there.
Yeah, definitely.
Not too bad of a position. You can save and quit to Sanctuary and just walk there at the end of the game. So
yeah, not bad at all.
Well, depending on where Adnam's tower is.
I've been seeing runners pull this thing above the fortune teller. I didn't know you could do it. Clip it off the tree line. That's real nice.
Oh yeah. I saw that posted once in training room on the Link to the Past Discord, and it's when you're swordless, it's very useful.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you can actually go all the way to the right there. You can go past the fortune teller house.
Huh.
If you want. I mean, it's not useful, but you can. Yeah, it's very useful to clip into those trees and just, oh hey, look, Thieves Town in the double-headed house. This is useful. This gives us 4 items to check, so.
And this is a crystal from our music we're getting.
Interesting.
So he's obviously far off from finishing it.
As of right now, he can't. He can actually get every chest if he's very.
Oh, never mind.
No, never mind. It is actually fully possible that this is going to be required to beat right now. There's a
which would be absolutely absurd.
Yeah, it's possible. Like, right. Those guys deal a lot of damage.
Indeed.
Turns out if you're not supposed to be in Dark World dungeons with 3 hearts.
It would seem.
He's decided, you know what? I have the hammer. I can come back here with early ocarina, and it's in town.
Oh wow! I think you were right about that Death Mountain call. Then was gonna
I was pretty sure I had a feeling that maybe Flute was going to be required to enter Death Mountain, but I mean, there could still be other entrances to Death Mountain.
Oh, for sure.
Who knows? It might only be East Death Mountain access. Well, actually, I guess with Hammer, you can access all of Death Mountain if you end up on East, so you can hammer through.
Oh, right, yeah.
Now, here's a question. I'm sure that it's not, but can you end up in the Dark World?
Not on...
Dark World entrances just will shuffle into other Dark World.
I'm told there's a very circuitous way that it can turn out, but it has to do with the position of Sanctuary.
Oh,
and then, what do you call it? And then the position of Hyrule Castle being at Turtle Rock.
Oh.
Yeah. So, in general, it's not possible, but not supposed to be.
That's cute.
It does happen. Yeah, but got some swag duck happening.
Yay.
And we got Edge going bunny mode, as he does fare slightly better for having a couple more hearts at this point.
Yeah, we'll see if Edge is able to find anything extra, or if this is more of a time waste. Oh, he's a bunny again. Oh, he's a dead bunny.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, depending on when Kohrek gets back to doing thieves, the amount of time here ends up either evening out or being pretty minimal. Just matters if he's going go mode.
Well, especially since they can just fly to Thieves Town. Oh, and he's found his flute. He's like, oh, okay, then we've got gloves and flute. Let's go.
Yeah, between gloves, flute, and hammer, really all they need is that moon pearl, and they can really, really get around.
Yep. Really, only Meyer area will be closed to them. Oh, there's the mirror.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Said, look, it's a morning seed. We're gonna give this one to you.
Well, I don't know about that. They have a lot of area right now.
Yeah, they still need some fighting items besides that hammer.
Get in the 100 so that he can pay the guy. Now let's see. Maybe we'll get. Now what I'm hoping for is that one of them goes back to Hyrule Castle for Paradox Cave.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that'd be a great move at this point. You got a ton of chests in there, but like we said, there's perhaps a consequence of the sequence break ending up kind of getting you a little confused from where the game wants you to go.
Specifically, it's the lamp. That's what always throws me off, like losing easy track of the lamp.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because then you know, depending on your comfort level with the dark rooms, you know at least, okay, well, I'm supposed to do this one now anyway.
You only have 7 money. Oh, wait. That was actually a shop. He was just checking that, but that was definitely a shop.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's looking for bombs.
Yeah. Oh, you found
and
bomb.
He gets one. Yeah.
Hype Cave? No Hype Cave. Oh.
I'm remembering that is the Mario pool house. I had forgotten myself.
Trying to find another bomb? Nope, just money.
Edge finding 20 bucks in the grave ledge, while Kohrek finds Blind's hut. So we got hopefully more hype incoming.
Yeah, that's lots of money.
Yeah, with Zora's still on the table, I'd say that's pretty good.
Nope, no, nothing other than money so far. He doesn't have bombs.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to go farm that real quick. Or I guess he's got the money to go buy him if he remembers he's got the shop next door. And he sure does.
Where did Kohrek find Mirror?
Somewhere in town.
Yeah, they found everything in town. Everything's been in town. They've got a pretty lucrative thing. It's hard enough to keep track
Oh,
of
there it
everything.
was.
So I'm
Back to the
just gonna.
tavern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, back to the tavern. Can't shuffle that, or else Link just. Oh, what the?
Wow.
Okay, well we have
Man,
full
we are-
Death
we are
Mountain access. Like it's
Right off.
There's literally no way you can get lost in Death Mountain now because you have all 3 items required for full movement.
Right, yeah.
So
Top side, bottom side. As long
Yeah, you
as one of those caves actually leads up top east.
yep, that's all it needs. I mean, even then, they just need.
Oh, wait, no,
can
they've
just
got the
hammer.
mirror. They've got the
they have
mirror too.
and
Yeah,
hammer.
so yeah, they're totally full. Yeah,
Yeah, they can
Never mind.
they can access everything.
that's gonna be real good.
Now I can't wait. I just want to find the seed that has all 10 dungeons, or no, all whatever dungeons on Death Mountain. I know that's not gonna happen already, but one of these days it'll happen.
Yeah, I think they're
It's possible.
between Light World and Dark World, and then
Hera and
the-
Ganon's.
yeah, it's definitely possible. Also, don't each of the entrances for Turtle Rock count as a valid dungeon spot in this mode?
I believe they do. Yes.
Yeah, so you can actually pack a bunch of them right into Dark World Death Mountain, but that would just be brutal.
I exit out one door and I appear in another dungeon. Okay. Oh, and he found his. So these guys are thinking, "Wow, this seed's generous," but in my opinion, this seed's being rude, giving us
Yeah.
all of the items. Where are they gonna find lamp?
Right, we need Lamp, we need Moon Pearl, and then we're actually
Yeah.
pretty good to start killing some things, but obviously you want to get a sword, we may need our rods yet, all that stuff.
Oh, hey, we found the dam. That's good.
Yeah, wow, another short search there. I think our most devious one had been looking for the boots.
Go
to
mode was
unlock
pulling the
rocks.
dam switch.
Yeah. That was an
That was
absolute
interesting.
legend. Yeah.
I always that one will never. I don't think that one will ever be forgotten. Go mode is not an item, but find in a location.
There we go. Pod in the right side race house.
Interesting. Wait, then how do you get to left side race house?
Well, that's the fun, isn't it?
I just mirror from.
Yeah, you can mirror from Shovel Game. Although, since that's also a 2 exit, like, you may come out of Death Mountain into that side of it.
So how does exiting out of? So does the other exit not exist now? Like it full is confusing to me. I'm not gonna lie. So now when he leaves this dungeon, he leaves to the other exit, but the other entrance might lead to a different exit.
Yeah, like, we might, say, get Hookshot Cave hooked up to the other side of this house.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, like, the big difference is in Simple, you've got, like, say if Hookshot Cave was on the right side of the house, you would know it let off on the left.
Well, so
With
they can
this-
explore every chest in this dungeon with their current equipment. They
Aren't there? There's one or two that are bow locked.
Right, never mind. There are 2, but they're almost always. You're right. They're almost always keys.
Yeah, they're part of the big front heavy or the front loading of keys in this dungeon.
Yeah, it's kind of required to prevent soft locks.
Indeed.
I actually had it the other day where I had screwed up and opened up a door instead of going to Dark Maze. Luckily, Dark Maze just had money in it, and then it was the weekly actually, where I had gone to Pod before having Bow,
Gotcha.
and it required me to leave and then exit again. I got really worried that I had missed something. I thought we were gonna see the hover for a second.
Not
I was
without
like,
the
"No
boots, though.
way." Oh right, yeah, okay, fair enough.
I know. I get so pumped for them too. I'm like,
I thought we were
"You can
gonna
do it."
see. I thought we were gonna see the hover here. It's so good.
Yeah. Epic hovers. But yeah, as far as full being confusing, one of the things I'd only learned the other day too was that our dungeons, obviously they only, well, I shouldn't say obviously because this is the thing I only just learned, was that they get shuffled in the 2 entrance pool. And I wasn't thinking about the mechanics of that, basically being that when you kill the boss, you get an exit.
Oh, does it exit you somewhere else?
Well, it's in the vanilla game. like the idea is that they run you through a back door.
Oh, really? Okay. I
Yeah,
didn't know
like
that's
so
how that was programmed.
that's yeah. So at least that's my understanding of it, and why the full logic still has the limitation of dungeons in 2 exit caves.
Huh.
Yeah. And all bugs, I'll say not many.
He's gonna go check what race game is.
And perhaps be tantalized. Oh no, vanilla heart piece. Truly trash.
I mean, not when you're at 3 hearts sometimes.
Yeah, at this point in the game, if only he had access.
Oh, dark room. No idea what it's gonna be. No, he's like, oh, okay, well.
Yeah, we saw a couple of very impressive.
One of these days, we'll find old men in old man's cave and just walk him out slowly. Oh, hello, Adnam. he considered it for a second.
They realized perhaps that he does not have the equipment to deal with the curtains.
Yep, that's unfortunate. So you do in fact still need a sword in open. So far we have Pod and Race Game Front House. We have Thieves Town in right door. Double. Whoa, Hookshot Cave.
Hookshot Cave with the mail and the bow, more importantly.
Oh, wow.
That's a big one.
Pod is doable now.
Indeed.
He's going to go see where this head sits out.
And that's actually, I mean, at 3 hearts, it's still a task. At 5, less so. I think, like, the vanilla, if you had no heart pieces, run of that is, what, 6 hearts?
Hmm.
And not too far. Oh, and Dat Losset pointing out that also lantern technically required for pod, but
oh yeah, you're right.
That's one of the ones that I do see many runners pretty comfortable with.
Yeah, it's one that I haven't learned specifically, but that's because usually in like casual open rather than entrance open, it's you're not going to end up. Oh, another dark room. You're not going to end up having to do pod without lamp very often. But usually lamp's found pretty early, it seems, in this seed now. Because this seed, like, or this logic V26, I guess this is actually, I think, still in V25-ish.
Yeah, it's the 0.47.
It doesn't. It pre-fills the Ganon's Tower, but I don't think it pre-fills keys like V26 does.
Yeah, I'm not sure myself.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody will let us know.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Swamp. Yeah, where Swamp was in in the Return to Light World cave.
Kohrek getting a much needed life upgrade. And finding the other side of that 7 stash.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's nice. I mean, at least we don't have to do some weird junk with sequence breaking to get to it, but...
Yeah. And he's gonna get some information up here before heading back down for those chests, I guess.
Ko not checking the crystal and penance for now? Because he doesn't need to. He's just, he's listening to the music and figuring it out.
Edge making his play on Eastern.
Not bad. Oh, there's some money. Well, he can pay for everything now, I believe. He's got 965.
Yeah, I think so, especially since he's already got the bottle vendor. Oh, and the laser bridge at Eastern.
Oh, laser bridge plus boss area. Okay.
Quack. For Kohrek. And by God, got a relatively early cane.
That means nothing because it's not actually required to access that part of you could kill Trinets very easily without cane.
At this point, yeah.
And they have hammer. If you find ice rod and fire rod, he's gonna do the bomb jump. He does my favorite bomb jump.
Nice.
So I don't think. He did have the right angle. I like that bomb jump.
What I'm hoping Kane leads them to is I want to see Blind taken down by the King of Samaria again.
That's actually not too hard once you practice it.
Yeah, I got. Ooh.
What was that?
Edge picked up the Moon Pearl from the Light World Swamp Great Fairy Cave.
Wait, are you a bunny? Are you a bunny in Dark World dungeons?
No.
Oh, okay.
Or
that'd be funny.
Well, if you found a dungeon in Dark World, you would be.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure on that. I didn't notice he was bunny. He died really fast.
Yeah.
I guess not, because
right, because otherwise, Moon Pearl would be super required every seed.
Yeah, it would be. Man, I just realized you could totally beat this game without ever entering Dark World if it's entrance shuffled. That's more exciting than my prediction of every dungeon on Dark World. It's like literally the only place in Dark World you have to go is like finding an item on like Pyramid or something. Your Go Mode item isn't Moon Pearl, it's some random item on the Pyramid though.
Right, just make a quick bunny dash and go grab it. Alright, we got Kohrek had found
Desert.
Front
end though.
Ooh. But with just a compass on the bonk torch. He can get mostly around you'd expect.
Okay, well we just need then to find the bid key, and then that means that the other part of desert will be doable.
Right. Edge.
I'm just marking down the boss areas in my notes because that's more important. Or if they have to revisit a like non-boss parts, like for desert, I'm gonna mark this down. My notes will get too big.
Yeah. Well, then he might come out of a another side of it too, and then who knows? And there's his big key. While Edge finds the smiths at the Lakeside Fortune Teller.
Not an awful spot for them.
Not at all. Very easy to get to.
Checking the island, nothing.
Actually, for a save and quit, that's beautiful.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, and I missed where he popped out at. Side.
We need Quake on Kohrek.
Also, we know Eastern Palace is a crystal from a map check.
It's neither of us. You can't yell at the commentators. We're just talking. I'm writing things down. I'm not pressing buttons on a tracker page. Mimic Cave by Edge. Nothing in Mimic Cave, as usual. There's never anything in Mimic Cave until it's Pendant Turtle Rock, and you need, like, exactly the item that's in there to continue.
Right.
And you have no fire rod, or I guess you need fire rod. You have no ice rod either, so it's like, I guess I'm going here for no reason. Oh, look, there's an item. The person is in our Discord. That's why I was hoping that when I said Quake on Kohrek, he would switch it. I don't have the tracker page open. I guess I could have that open. But I'd be scared of screwing something up. We have Brian as well.
Yeah, Brian was big chest of what do you call it? Desert Palace. Now Kohrek making his way back across the mountain.
Also, another thing, I don't know if the safety requirements are in full. That's another thing I need to know that I don't know. Because I know in V26, the logic requires you to have a invincibility item. But like for Laser Bridge, but I don't know if that's
those requirements are still in, yeah. Because because ultimately Laser Bridge itself, or say Spike Cave, are still the same daunting task that they are.
Right, I know that. I just wasn't sure because that's a relatively recent update to the logic, so I wasn't sure if that was in the tournament logic.
Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah, as far as I've seen, at least.
I know that LL Cool Dave made a lot of these changes himself, so like
Yeah,
he was the
shout out to
pusher for a
him.
lot of these. Yeah, like he's the one who said pre-filling Ganon's tower is correct. Put in most like good items is a good idea. He was an advocate for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Check in the entrances here, see if there's anything useful.
We got
Oh,
Tower
hello.
Hera.
Tower of Hera on. We don't have a fire source though, so hopefully it's not in bottom.
Speaking of which, it looks like we've got Kohrek, I think, attempting to make his way back out of the old man cave, and judging by the sound of those bats, he's done it.
And we are through. Oh,
There he is.
I guess it was required. I didn't see. I guess bit keys in the bottom part. Oh, Flipper, old man, thank you.
Nice.
I think Korek's a little bit ahead right now.
Plus or minus, I mean, if
He doesn't have Moon Pearl though.
yeah, if Edge can make some things happen with his Dark World access, then I would say that gives him a pretty good well.
Where is
yeah.
Edge going, I wonder?
He might be doing that same thing.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. He was popping out for the old man cave, but was unable to quite accomplish it.
Nope, can't do it. Oh, he's
Edge taking a little death warp. Well,
I don't even think he's death warp. I think he's healing.
Yeah, because he's just gonna warp 2 inches to the left. There we go.
Makes sense. Don't want to.
Yeah. Oh, and Kohrek taking a little abuse from the Tektite and the Dead Rock. But yeah, chat pointing out that picking up those flippers are actually a sequence break.
Oh. Huh.
Just because he did achieve that without the lamp. But we'll see if it ends up biting him.
Oh, and yeah, now we got the bow and the mail. Catching up a little. They just need to find a sword. I'm sure both runners would appreciate a sword.
Indeed.
Poor bomb cluster. It's just gonna sit there.
They're all soggy. They're no good.
I mean, if they had a sword, they could actually start beating some of these dungeons. Like, more safely.
Yeah, they'd probably feel a little more comfortable with one anyway. I will say that at this point, with the hearts piling up...
with Kana Brenna and Hammer, I mean, you could do Hammer Pawn Sword, unless you're fighting, what's his name? What's her name? Blind. If you're fighting Blind, your opinion of that changes pretty quickly.
Yeah, I was thinking, they've got both Kane. Well, Kohrek has both Kane, so I'm kind of surprised he hasn't gone back to Thieves, but I guess he's in exploration mode.
Yeah. In full, it's a little bit more important. I think that, honestly, that's a mistake that people are making in open, is exploring too much. It's a mistake I'm making.
I know that, a lot of runners do advocate, if you can do the crystal, do the crystal.
Yeah.
And
or, I mean, honestly, it's if you can do the dungeon, it's just as good.
Yeah.
The cave, and there's a lot more items.
And Kohrek about to pick up his pearl. There we go. And with that, he will get right to that Dark World portal and start poking around. And I think Edge has gone back for his old man again. I'm bailing out again. That's got to be frustrating. Bumper cave for Kohrek, I think.
Hmm.
Edge will make his run up to the top of the mountain. And Kohrek checking out who moved into his Dark World place. Kohrek going for Stumpy, and if it's a vanilla shovel, but not, I was gonna say he'll use that mirror again.
Sword in Thieves Town is pretty common. Yeah, whoever mentioned that in chat. And there's Twait.
Yeah, I've seen the logic throw Thieves Town in early as a basically saying that that's an easy dungeon.
It's you can in theory get all 4 items. It's the only dungeon that doesn't require items to get all 4. To get all the items, it's one of the few.
Potentially, you might need the hammer.
Yeah. Why aren't you just use? You have the hook shot, my friend.
Right. Forgetting. All right, so we got green pendant on Ice Palace. And then the rest were crystal.
You are 1 pixel off.
Oh, and Sahasrara has been found.
Oh. Oops. Is this where you talk to him because you still haven't looked at your map and you figure out what dungeon's green?
Right.
Oh, look.
Book and Shroom.
Which book isn't actually useful because we know where the Desert Palace entrance is.
Right, and without a sword, we can't activate the tablets anyway. In particular, without a level 2 sword.
Yeah, we're a little bit far away from that. Now...
we're going to get that back door.
Yeah, we're going to see what that back door is. Please don't be a dungeon. This would be so weird. Please don't kill my mind. Oh, it is. Okay. Well, notes rip. So for
was that ice?
Yeah, it was. For a recap, the dungeons whose locations we currently know, and if I forgot anything, chat, you can yell at me very, very much. We know that Tower of Hera is the right entrance of the top end of Hyrule. We know that of Hyrule Castle. Pod is the Race Dame House front. Swamp is Light World, Death Mountain, Return to Fields Cave. Turtle Rock Thieves Town is the right side door double house for Kakariko. Turtle Rock Laser Bridge with the boss in it is on... Oh shoot, I actually forgot to write down where that is. Great.
That is at Eastern Palace.
Eastern Palace, thank you.
Yeah.
Adjunum's Tower is currently at the old man save and quit spot.
Yep. Just a big 20 from the dig game.
Yeah.
But thank you for that recap, Zelnus.
Sorry?
I said thank you for that recap.
Yep. And then obviously we just found Ice Palace.
Uh-huh. Oh, and there's Eastern, but I did not see where.
Who is tracking? It's Medius. I am currently sitting here writing notes down because that's more important. Oh, Eastern, where are we even? I missed that while writing down Ice Palace.
Yeah, I ended up missing it myself, so we'll have to see. Luckily, this only has 1 door, so it can't lead us on too much of a chase.
Chat, tell me.
Donde está la East?
Top of Death Mountain near Tullarok. That's good enough description, sure.
King's Tomb found in the Chia House.
The dungeon is beatable if he knows the Dark Room. I know some people struggle with the Dark Room lead into the boss. I finally figured out a really, really easy way to do it, and I abuse this trick now a lot. Is the hold in your sword out to keep your position while shooting arrows. Like, I feel like that's such a useful trick.
Oh, definitely. Now
Like-
you mention it, because I know the holding the sword out, but I didn't even think of just doing the arrows along with it.
Yeah, like holding the sword down and shooting arrows, it lets you do the mimics really easily. Although if you move forward, sometimes they'll just still shoot at you anyway. Yeah, it lets you do mimics really easily. It lets you set up if you have silver arrows, it lets you set up the kill on Helmasaur way easier. That's the one that I recently found. Although it's kind of hard because you have to hold B and then go into start menu and then hold B as the start before the start menu like actually has a frame on the map. So
Right.
it's a little interesting. Otherwise, you'll just release it anyway. But it's pretty fun. It's fun finding neat little tricks for yourself.
Indeed. Kohrek getting a little bit of hobo love. While Edge is still breaking his way through Eastern Palace. At this point, with it being a crystal, I fully expect him to clear it.
Come on, lamp. No lamp. We're never going to find the lamp. This is going to be lampless.
And just 20 on the Hylia Island, which after last night's match is perhaps a relief.
Oh no, what happened last night?
It was Kane on there, but and both runners found it pretty early. It was just looking for flippers ended up being a trick. I want to say it was actually Old Man had flippers last night too.
Oh, old man. What? Stop going for a swim.
Yeah, he's into his water aerobics or something, right? Good for the joints. Helping him out with that arthritis he's been getting from doing too many drops off that Death Mountain ledge. Our runners have been brutal to him.
That's always so good too. I love that.
Yeah, that and the Paper Mario style squeeze behind the door when he clips.
Oh, Paper Mario. You know what the best Paper Mario is? Paper Jam. If you say it is
Paper Jam.
If you say it's not a Paper Mario game, well, there's a part in the game, it's a glitch where you can play as just Paper Mario.
Nice.
So, deal with it.
I was gonna say best Paper Mario game. Probably, at least I know the crowd favorite is 1000 Year.
Actually, probably 1000 Year Door. I'm just memeing about Paper Jam right now.
Oh, that's alright. If I was more familiar, I would meme along.
That game is Buddy. I'd recommend it if you want to see a good walking simulator speed. Okay, he had not a lot of room for error for that, but
man, it off.
I think Super Paper Mario is like the Wind Waker of the Paper Mario series in that it was super unpopular when it came out, but everyone's starting to appreciate it now.
Honestly, it was my favorite.
Yeah, I know, seriously. When it came out, it was like one of my favorite games ever. But it's a phenomenal little hybrid RPG game. I don't know. People who hated on it were just like a little bit too high on.
Well, they wanted another RPG, but who can blame them?
It was an RPG though.
In a lot of ways, they wanted the classic thing that 1000.
Yeah, I know. People still want a true sequel to 1000 Year Door, and I always tell them that it's called Bowser's Inside Story.
Oh, true. They did end up basically taking the series a different direction.
They just moved Paper Mario to be in game with Paper Mario rather than RPG series with Paper Mario.
Yeah.
You know?
As Kohrek makes his way around the shopping mall area here, he's found the Dev Cave, a couple of shops, as was. To
be fair, Stitcher Star gave us Color Splash, so let's give it. At least it gave us that. Okay, so now that we have Bombos, we can actually complete Ice Palace, and that's terrifying for these runners. Just an FYI. It is a
without
completely...
the fire rod, without a sword. You gotta give those cotton candy puffs a big old hug with that hammer.
Yeah, that's a little scary.
Yeah, the only comfort is the mail.
We'll see what they do, because it is fully possible. There are some dungeons that they can complete, and they will not be happy about it. Thieves' Town is a good place to return to, maybe, especially since they do a flute, but they are still in exploration mode.
And Gem and chat pointing out they could get Swamp Palace done it anyway, or at least Kohrek could.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's really not a bad move, if you ask me. Kohrek has dropped off his mushroom, and we'll see what comes of it.
Do we know where she is?
I can't recall seeing her yet. So that'll be a delayed gratification, or perhaps just delayed frustration. But he does stop in for a spot of tea, and gets on his merry way.
That's what I thought. I was pretty sure I would mark down. I'm pretty sure I would mark down Witch's Hut if we found it.
Indeed.
That's important.
Always. If only for the safety towards the end of the run. If you know you're in go mode, you flute to wherever that's at, stock up, and then start running.
Yeah.
Brian has joined the fight on Edge's side.
One of these guys have got to start making plays to the crystals we know of, because they can start doing them. Yeah, it sucks. There's no sword, and that's probably what they're exploring around for, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta suck it up. And but I mean, this is fine. They're checking their chests per minute's pretty good, and their discovery per minute. Which, hey, there's a shop.
Yep.
Not the right one though.
Kohrek had pulled a very nice string of routes here, making.
Yeah, his routing has been phenomenal this round.
Absolutely, he did the whole shopping mall, leveraging the mirror, got back out to the warp, and then did northeastern Hyrule all in one.
So we actually know every crystal.
We do, yeah. We had the map check.
And
both
Desert
sides.
Palace is pendant, and we haven't found the other exit to it. So
I can't say.
That might be Ganon's Tower, is my guess. And I guess the Desert Palace boss is there, so. I think. Oh, there's the lamp! Holy crap!
Gee whiz.
Are we in go mode? No, seriously, are we in go mode?
Need a sword for the multi curtains in Skullwoods.
You're right. We don't know where Skullwoods is.
Right, we also don't know where it is. So I think right now we've got too many exits up in the air to call it, but we're getting provisionally close.
But then how do we know it's... Oh, because we checked the map, I guess, at some point.
Yeah.
Both routes and Master Sword? Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. Turtle Rock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
And
true.
swords are
Also,
required.
knowing what's required, yeah.
Well, rip. Never mind. We're not... I got too excited, because full shuffle you can be in go mode at really, really weird points. I think you could be in go mode without Titans, like, very easily in full shuffle.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because
that's one of the interesting things, too.
The only reason that you need that is for... is to access Turtle Rock. And that's like the only actual and Misery Mire, but
right, yeah.
So you just need it for those last two dungeons.
But yeah, both runners making their way into Thieves' Town as everyone seemed to be hoping for. We're finally going to see some crystal get, I think.
You need it for ice? Oh, right. Oh yeah, you do need it for ice.
Oh yeah, to pop the.
Right, every dungeon after you get the gloves requires the gloves to access. That's right. I forget that.
I never thought of it that way.
In NMG, you get the gloves so much earlier.
Right, because you generally route that in quickly.
Well,
I do love that about being able to route this even just casually.
Yeah.
That you can do the Dark World in almost any conceivable order.
You can complete Dark World without you can get every item in Dark World without ever killing a boss. So that's always
interesting. That's true too.
That's the whole concept behind the Mirror Shield speedrun is like, hey, wait, we can get this item without ever going to the 2 worst dungeons in the game, and we don't have to kill any boss. Why don't we do this as a funny speed run? For people who don't know, there's in fact a speed run that just grabs the mirror shield and Turtle Rock. It's about 45-ish minutes to do. It's really fun speed run to watch. It's quite interesting. Looks like they're making some plays to Thieves Town, which makes sense.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna get a big chest check.
It looks like they're, as of right now, they're feeling pretty good about skipping this earlier.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be anything here.
No big advantage. Only too bad that it kind of forces them early. I haven't been counting items, but I think Blind's holding something at this point.
I believe so. Knowing Blind, he's gonna have a sword or something. He usually has your sword or your lamp or your flipper, something that you want.
I always love Blind having the lamp. It's like, why do you need this?
Yeah, but usually don't mirror out of pawn after getting a hammer during an LTTP playthrough. That's true.
Right.
Yeah, gotta do the swordless shots. Which aren't too hard, honestly. Unless the heads decide that they want to delete. Sometimes, like the errant heads will just delete your block because they'll step on it.
Interesting.
Oh no, maybe not. I swear that they've done that to me before.
Honestly, with SNES games being the way they are, I wouldn't be surprised. But there we go, an awesome cane fight from Edge.
Yeah, that was
one
really
blind
well done.
down, and it looks like Kohrek will
I
at
didn't
least
even
have the
see
option.
the item. It was covered in the explosion.
Jeez. Yeah, what did we get off of
I didn't
blind?
see. I want to say it was just like
Help us out,
arrows
chat.
then, because it was like blended in with the explosion.
They're calling bomb pile. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Trash blind.
I love you, chat.
But we do have crystals, and that's nice. And Edge kind of slipping a lead here. I'm just realizing with 2 crystals, and neither of our runners really burst into
Well, he cheated that Eastern. He's a darn dirty cheat.
Jeez.
Didn't even have a lamp when
Although
he did
those
he
flippers,
still doesn't have lamp.
right? Because he hasn't gone to Zora. So having the lamp and the flippers on Kohrek's side gives him a greater potential energy, if you will.
What was that message? Blinded. I've never seen that one.
A man walks into a bar, and then a table, and then a chair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He is just doing
blind
hammer
jokes.
sets. He just forgot he even has the easy way to win this. He's like, no, fuck.
It might just feel more comfortable.
Screw you. I'm gonna hammer you, even though this is like.
Although, okay, there he goes. Yeah, I was gonna say. Although at this point, he's starting to really struggle. There we go.
The second ladiest fight in the game, Cave of Burna. Okay. Oh yeah, and this is a good play. Don't want to stall. This is one of the few guaranteed areas in full shuffle. Can't shuffle a dungeon that has like 8 billion entrances.
Right.
No other dungeon to shuffle it with.
Right, and especially when it's all drops and they're all
Did he miss that dungeon? Did he miss that? Oh no, he's reset in the room. I see.
Yeah. There we go. We got crystals for both of our runners now at 48 minutes. Of course, Edge getting his
honestly, V26 I've noticed is like no crystals for a long time, and then boom.
Yeah, and then just blah, 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 blah.
I heard you like crystals.
Part of a balanced breakfast.
Still no swords though. Yeah, somebody pointed out two crystals in, no swords. No rods.
Who needs sword when you have cane?
I think my favorite part about this is it forces you to sometimes do like the really crappy room at the top. Like, you know, that room that nobody like, ever enters?
Right, the one that most people forget.
Yeah, the one that new runners like will go to because they think there's something there, but no, nothing there. It's just a waste of your key. Can actually kind of soft lock you if you don't know what you're doing. Like it doesn't actually soft lock you, you know, but
right.
It
but you
feels
can certainly feel like it, yeah.
So is big key gonna be in?
There it is.
Big key, okay, good. Gonna do. Oh no, he's actually gonna do it the easy way. He does not want to do the bomb jump.
If you have access, why not?
It's significantly slower. You have to sit through this cutscene.
I suppose that's true.
It's not like some other convenience bomb jumps where it's kind of about the same time.
Oh,
Edge, that doesn't work. They don't exist off or Kohrek. They don't exist off screen.
ah.
That's the difference between. Yeah, there you go. You have to sit in a very specific spot to get that.
Yeah, I thought he would have fired a bit sooner because he kind of had the. Or are you saying the fireball clips off screen?
Yeah, the fireball. This cave of those that the cave cane does not cane of Samaria does not exist off screen.
Ah.
Ever. Oh, hey, look, we found the other end of desert.
Oh yeah, there it is. That's the
Does he
bottom
not
of.
have
I'm not sure, but it's also pennant, so
Oh, okay. So he just doesn't want to do it.
could be that.
He might have both items then. Okay. So I'll still write it down, even though it's a little less useful. Desert Palace, Dark World, Bumper Cave. Oh, he also doesn't have a fire source. Good point. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Edge has never done the front of desert. That might be possible. That's the
Now
hardest
that you
one
mention
to
it, I remember seeing him do it because that's where he got Brian.
Right. Oh yeah. He didn't do it that long ago either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edge is a lead in crystals, but definitely not in items. He doesn't have. If he finds Sit Kid, he can't do Sit Kid. If he
goes to Zora, I know he knows where Old Man is.
I think he's doing a Zora right now. I think he just wants to check this.
Yeah, doing a couple
here.
other routes real quick.
No boots yet, unfortunate, but not required. So.
Yeah, not so far. But GT's still at large, as far as I know.
Oh, good point. Might be a bot cave then. Oh no, there is no bot cave with two entrances.
Right. But the bonk torch there might require it.
Yeah, exactly. But
and then was it Bat Cave at the lumberjack drop?
I missed that. If it is, that's unfortunate because then.
Yeah, you got that potentially like just that tinge in the back of your mind all the time of like, oh, am I gonna need to do that?
Luckily, Adenum isn't like an easy. You can save and quit to Adenum, I think. No, you can flute to Adenum, so that's fine.
Yeah. Bootless runs are always a walk in the park. Thank you, friendly triangle. Kohrek going down the final stretch of his Palace of Darkness. So kind of even the score as Edge is not making any big breakthroughs quite yet. Kohrek making pretty good pace with the hammer considering no sword. And there it goes.
Well, you can still hold out your hand like a sword to make that dungeon easier.
Wow, and just blasting with those arrows. Very nice.
Yeah, that is a way you can do that.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Edge making a very slick little squeeze against that block. It looked like he didn't even deploy the hook shot on it. But then I'm surprised he just didn't use the mirror either, but gets it done either way. Now we've got 2 crystals aside for our runners. And this starts tilting towards Kohrek's end with his lamp and flippers. Because his flippers are now... They were a sequence break when he got them. I don't think they led him to much, except for maybe the decision to go to Zora in case of ledge. But now that he has the lamp, he's kind of closed that gap on the logic.
Good point.
And they have checked the map in Dark World, but I just happen to miss what 5 and 6 were. We've got Elmac calling Thieves Town a Misery Mire. Thanks, Elmac.
That's. I mean, come on, let them not need the gloves. Well, they don't have Ganon's Tower yet. At this point, it's probably required.
Yeah.
Be real. Especially considering how important Turtle Rock is to the logic.
Yeah, and especially with that laser bridge being wide open too. I wonder if any of our players are gonna remember that and go back with the cane, because that is one of the items that if you have, then it expects that you can do that bridge. On Edge in the mini Moldorm cave.
Even if you don't actually have enough magic to do it. Even
yeah, they might want you to have the bottle or something, or at the very least, it might be.
No, it's just it was a silly requirement. It's a requirement for put there for Oko. They even said in the patch notes it's mainly there for.
We've got sword and powder for edgefigaro here in the mini Moldorm cave.
Oh, he finally found a sword.
Yeah, it only took about 55 minutes, and that's in the treasure.
Ganon's 4-sword adventure today, otherwise known as V23. There are many runners who just got like flashbacks.
Speaking of things that need Cane of Burna, we got Spike Cave is in Village of Outcasts. My bad, Essenby, you're right. We did have the validation arrow also in that cave, and I totally glossed over. It looks like Edge about to pick up his book, if I remember right. Or am I mixing up runs?
I think you're mixing up runs, but I can't remember.
Oh, there it is. Mushroom book, yeah.
Oh.
In the Byatel. That's actually a pretty well-filled back of Sasha. Then Edge will probably make his run on Pod now. Being fully equipped. Has a sword.
So now we're just kind of covering our bases, like covering dungeons that we know they can do.
And chat pointing out that technically no lamp, so this is still a sequence break for either of them to, well, for Edge to have done Pod, but I mean,
but we know it's not.
I can't imagine.
Break.
Yeah, I can't imagine that he's not going to do this and not attempt to finish it. Then, otherwise, he would have mirrored out by now. Now we got Kohrek is lining up that bomb jump. Yeah, we had flippers on the old man. We have lamp at Zora. And Blast Egg pointing out that, yeah, the logic would want you to have gotten that lamp first before picking up those flippers. Ah, and Sick Kid. Up in the Dark Lumber Cave. But just a big 20. Kohrek opting out of the back half of Desert as well. And I did not count items there, so it might have been that just that there's no need to do it until there's a realization that if it were a pedestal seed.
Looks like he's gonna finish up, and these dark rooms are not easy.
Yeah, no, those turtles are brutal.
They've felled many a runner, honestly.
Eh.
Even when you have light.
Oh yeah, they're still brutal, even with the lamp. It's just at least you can see your death coming.
Oh no, I flipped over that one turtle I forgot about. Well,
yeah, I think that's the biggest
charging
thing.
at me like a madman.
Yeah, the chain reaction of, okay, I'm going to flip this guy and then smash this guy. And so you really like to have a, at least a level 2 sword when you go in there. So you don't have to use the hammer for the kills as well and get into that, Benny Hill style run around of, oh god, I keep flipping the turtles. Yeah, makes it through one. Taking down the single turtle with ease. And Kohrek deciding he might actually stop for tea at 3 hearts.
Yeah, swords can literally be anywhere. In entrance, shuffler, especially full. And swords can be almost anywhere in open. Like, I've had open seeds where my first sword was like 4 dungeons in.
Yeah, it's interesting because in theory they're only actually required for. Actually, is there
final?
any?
No, there's quite a few bosses that are even Argus can't be hit by fighter sword. Oh, you mean like fully invulnerable to weapons that aren't sword? Just Ganon. And Ganon's the only boss that can only be hit by sword.
That's what I was going to ask. And then apart from that, there's 2 curtains, and potentially you need Master Sword for tablets. But that would be if they got shuffled in and all that jazz. So, yeah, they're always required, but not until pretty darn late, depending on the way the shuffle goes.
Okay, so I guess since we are in a bit of a lull, just somebody doing a dark room and some more exploration, I guess now is a good time, since we probably have more people to explain fully what an entrance shuffler is, and specifically what this full entrance shuffler means. That every house, single entrance cave, everything that has one door and no other exit, so you just enter a door, it's a room or maybe another room, but there's no other exit, those are all shuffled into one pool and then shuffled amongst each other. Then all two entrances, so anywhere where you enter and then exit through another door. And dungeons, when you beat the boss, as I just found out how it works in the code, I just assumed it was programmed this way for whatever reason. When you kill the boss and you touch the pendant, it creates a back door. So in full shuffle, what they do is they shuffle every single 2 entrance dungeon and every dungeon and every 2 entrance cave amongst each other. The only exception to this is caves with a drop down as well as an exit. Those are shuffled amongst each other as well. That includes Ganon. There are only about 6 of those, so Ganon can actually only be in like 6 spots. The trolliest one is Lumberjack Cave.
We're getting some frustration from Edge. No, he didn't die. He warped. He had mirror. He shifted to mirror. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
What does that even mean? Did he get the crystal?
No, he just mirrored out of the middle of the fight.
Oh, he has to pay. Every time you enter, you have to pay this guy money.
Oh, jeez. Well, actually, I think he had been at the front door and then just like quaked and raged out.
Is he rage digging? Or is he done did game? Is he not done did game?
I'm not sure. But oh man, sorry to interrupt though.
Yeah, no, that was fine. But yeah, so that's essentially it. The only real exceptions to this are a special exception for Stallwoods. Stallwoods actually has like 6 entrances or something stupid like that. So they have mixed the part that you use the fire run on, that part of the dungeon is shuffled amongst all the other 2 exit dungeons, and the other parts of Stallwoods are shuffled amongst themselves in Stallwoods. I think that there's no other real exceptions that were made.
Just the ones that are already apparent in the other randomizer mode. Yeah. The back of the bar.
Back of the bar. That is
because it has the exit at the top. It did weird things when they tried to shuffle it, apparently.
You have to like do a frame perfect input to force Link to actually stay in the room, I think is what the problem is.
Right. And then we always leave Link's house in the same spot just for some semblance of sanity.
Yeah. And Sanctuary save and quit is actually literally random, so.
Right.
One of these days somebody will end up in Turtle Rock and be like, oh, guess I can't walk back in there for now. What is this digging pattern? Anger.
Yeah. It was the shape of his rage.
We have Dark World Cave. I don't remember if there was anything in here. I feel like Edge has been here, though.
Yeah, I think so. And I don't think it was anything too crazy.
He's actually just... Edge has just opted not to go back to pod. He doesn't want to do the mirrorless. I totally agree. You can pick up that crystal anytime, I guess. Because I think the crystal's still sitting there. I don't think he has to beat the boss again.
No, he didn't even finish the fight.
Oh, he wanted to arrow him.
I think so, yeah. And he just slipped or something.
He was one quit swap kills.
Must have he must have just ended up slipping on the quick. And oh goodness.
He is checking almost everything. He wants that lamp, but he is not going to the right place.
Yeah, he's got to get up the Zora to get that lamp, and then he can go do Dark Caves and Death Mountain to find his old man. And maybe not realizing he needs level 2 sword for that. Honestly, after the pod mishap, I wouldn't be surprised if he's just still a bit tilted.
I'd be tilted for a year.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, look, this feature just killed me. Good.
Right.
You know what's funny? I don't think you can, in GBA where quit swap's implemented, I don't think that you can mirror in boss rooms.
That's convenient.
Well, actually,
especially with the bow and the mirror being right next to each other in the shuffle.
I know at least one runner who will swap to mirror if they can before killing a boss, so that they can mirror before they touch the pendant. I know at least one runner does that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely
because you save a good like 15 seconds or something dumb like that. It's really long. The fanfare is oddly long. I don't know what's up with that. Who programmed that? Who was like, yeah, you know what's cool? 20 seconds of song.
They just want you to feel awesome for beating the boss.
And then in the vanilla game, like 15 seconds of text. Hey, look, he found Bombos. There he goes. He can beat Ice Palace. No one Edge is just gonna go straight to Ice Palace because he's crazy.
Yeah.
Please go see your friend Kinzoro. He just wants to give you a hug.
Wow, looks like we get a pod check, which I don't think we've seen from I don't think Kohrek went this way earlier.
Really? Especially considering they both have mirror, they haven't done this? Did they go to Eastern before they have mirror and Moon Pearl? Interesting. Yeah.
And if Edge can get some more magic, he'll be in a decent position to go back into the Eastern Palace exit and see what's on that laser bridge. Between that and making sure you get the GT, those are 2 moves I can't recommend enough. Level 2 sword.
Agina pulls through.
Yeah, I did not see where that entrance was.
I'd love to write it down. Chat, tell me.
Oh gosh, and then looking away, I just missed what was in pod.
He walked away so fast. I'm guessing it was nothing.
Yeah, but we do
Edgy-
get a laser
Edgy
bridge
moved into
play. This could be good.
Guys, Nagina was in the cave in Dark World Death Mountain. That's by left side, and Pod had what I think the actual money room that you would go to for farming.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, man. Shout out to Mage, bailing us out.
Nope.
Just some keys on the bridge.
There's no reason to go back. There's nothing. Wait, actually, is there an item? There might be one more item. Does he have bid key? Is bid key in this part of the dungeon? No. Yes. Yes, it is. Is that where he's going?
I'm not sure.
Is he doing reverse dark maze?
Oh my
He's doing
word.
Reverse dark maze.
Oh my word. That would just be too much.
He also doesn't have magic, so this isn't happening. But
Oh, and High Cut saying that apparently Big Key was first chest. We missed that.
okay, yeah, okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can totally go get another item.
Yeah. I was gonna say, what are you doing, man?
He doesn't have magic.
You
Where did
crazy?
he go? Oh, he can walk all the way to Trinex's room and get full magic. That's pretty smart.
Looks like that's gonna be the move. But man, doing
Wait
that
a second. Do you need a key though? Like a
Oh.
small key? Man, Andrew
No, I think
Shuffler
it's
is confusing.
I think it's the big keys used there.
Oh, okay.
But he has gotten one touch of magic, so we'll see.
Where is that spike room?
Spike Cave was
No, not Spike Cave.
Oh.
The spike room with like the chest and the roller. Where's that?
Oh,
Wait,
Yeah, I'm
no,
blanking.
okay. I almost forgot. Yeah, I just can't remember if that's in this part of the dungeon or not. Bomb shit. No, guys, none of you are understanding what I'm asking.
It is technically if they walk up and around after the dark room.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was pretty sure that you can access a lot of. Oh, Kohrek takes the death.
luckily not too big.
Okay, you know what? I'm not scared of this dark room anymore. I didn't realize that you could fully see yourself and the thin. Okay, this dark room isn't as scary anymore. Maybe I should do it if I have to sometime.
Yeah, and I guess getting backwards on it, you don't have to worry about the other
Switch.
end of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, this is the room I meant. Yeah, it's actually just in the room. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I think you can just access most of this like dungeon from here.
Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't realize how much of this dungeon you can access from this end, but
And smartly not bothering with the key on the way back so that he can leverage it moving forward. Knowing that if worse comes to worse and he needs to get the
So
Trinex,
is
then
he gonna
you
be
just
able
go
to
through the
exit through the back end and find some really strange area?
I think that's his plan right now. He's going to take out those pokies and head south.
Let's do some exploring. Let's find Ganon's Tower at Mimit Cave.
Oh no, and Kohrek running out of magic just the same as he
Oh
gets
no,
in the
he
maze.
doesn't know. He's leaving the dungeon. He's confused and doesn't know what to do.
Ah man. Oh, there we go. Getting a desert ledge. Just vanilla heart piece.
Oh, rip.
Eh. Well, we'll check what's on the back now too.
Man, we still don't have gloves. Like, good gloves.
Yeah, no
not the crappy self-insert Nintendo item.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
But yeah, the fairy drop there on the back of desert. So it's back into Turtle Rock, I guess. See what's upstairs.
In Entrance Shuffler, Ganon's Tower is shuffled amongst all the other dungeons as an option. It's the default option for most people. It is not the default if you do the randomizer through the VTorp website using like the VTorp logic. So just keep that in mind. It's not an option, although it probably should be defaulted. But honestly, if you want to get into Entrance Shufflers, Ganon's Tower being so important in the majority of seeds, the vast majority of seeds. Would you say it's probably like 80% of seeds require 2 dips into?
I feel like
Janus
that's a
Tower?
pretty strong guess, and sometimes you even get 3.
Yeah, like I've seen 4.
Yeah,
in Ancient Shuffler, like a really, really, really early Janus Tower in Simple Shuffle.
Oh, speaking of mitts,
We found the mitts. They're in such a good spot too. That's
and
our
with the
runners could
flute,
have done that so long ago. Well, not really, because they would have needed money. Actually, that's because the flippers. No, because they. Wow, this seed could have been way open if one of them made a really, really early Turtle Rock play. Although
yeah,
everything
it
in
would have been
Turtle
very
Rock-
bold. Yeah,
everything in Turtle Rock like one shots you, but
pretty much. But yeah, now that they're there, that's a huge play.
Kohrek those
Actually, it was the Aga Tower entrance
Hmm?
to get to the shield. The big key chest was blocked. Sorry, the big chest was blocked by Aga Tower.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Oh, so you do need Master Sword. Interesting. Well, no, because they could have accessed this whole dungeon. They accessed this dungeon initially from. Man, this Turtle Rock is very confusing
Yeah.
in Ancient Shuffler. I am at Desert. Nope. Now I am at Hyrule Castle. Master Sword is subscribed to that. Thank you, everyone. I didn't realize. Ancient Shuffler confuses me.
But
Coach and
got-
chip where entrance TR goes. That's very important.
We can get Turtle Rock, we can get Mire, we can get Ice Palace.
Oh man, what if we ended up in Mire area? That would be so interesting. Oh, what? Where is Edge?
He was still in Turtle Rock.
No, but that exit.
That was
Oh.
the right side of desert.
That's an exit?
Yeah. I mean, just like any other one. Heck,
There's an
if you really needed to, that might work into somebody's routing. I don't know.
There's
At
an
least in
exit
some city.
there?
Yep.
Oh.
I know, you never ever see it.
I'm like the kind of derpy player who just like ends up doing literally everything like by accident. Like my first run, I was doing like every room in every dungeon of this game in randomizer because I still forgot because I didn't know where all the chests were. Huh. Cool. Also, Lumberjack Cave could still be required. I just want to let everyone know that.
Yeah, because we have
They
that.
have powder, so.
Yeah. So one of them's got to make a run back there, and then we're
Hey,
still
we
waiting on.
have Torch, so let's go do Hera's. Seems good.
Yeah, may as well. I mean, it's pendant, so we'll see what's required of it. But
Was it green pendant?
was it? No, green pendant was Ice Palace,
Oh, that's
which you
unfortunate.
could also do at this point. I'm surprised he's not leveraging those mitts for more.
He's not even gonna bother with it. Interesting.
Yeah, honestly, I don't blame him. At this point, you've got actual crystals you can check.
Fair. Oh yeah, we can check my area by flute in there.
And here he goes.
Co-leaving pendant Terra, not a bad idea, considering it requires the tile room. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Don't walk in the water. The pterodactyl will find you. Dude, you've already been here. I'm like 99%. Oh, no, he wasn't. That was his edge then. Okay. Correct.
Yeah, and he'll come in the other side of T-Rock.
You're like, oh. Well, it was just here. Oh, I
mean,
thought his portal disappeared for a second there.
Nah, just a little bit further off screen. And he'll get a little bit more entrance information here and go for it. Now we've got Edge making a fake flip, and it looks like you'd imagine he'd go up the Zora at this point. He's got 1 billion rupees, and he's here. So if he doesn't do it, I'd be real surprised.
I love that moonwalk.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, does he really not have flippers yet? Jeez.
Yeah, hasn't gotten his old man. He needs the lamp first, and now he's going to get it. And I have a feeling, after that frustration with it earlier, that he's going to go do 2 things.
Yeah, the
Get his
swimming
flippers and then go beat Pod.
Swimming inside the house is weird. Have you You know what's fun is going back into swim mode after you've entered Jesus Walk mode, because you like if you complete a heart and you get that heart up, it changes your state back to fake flip. You have to
Interesting.
enter and exit again to get back into the proper state and open the other chest. It's happened to me a few times.
That's pretty weird. Ooh, and silvers for
silvers.
Kohrek out of the Mire Shed, which may have been close to vanilla.
No, not even a little.
Well, the Mire Shed was close to its vanilla location. It was in yeah.
I thought you said silvers were vanilla. I'm like, not not even a little bit.
Nah.
The only similarity is that there are 2 chests in that room.
Right. In a very remotely located bar.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes it's nice to have a nice, quiet, remotely located bar that requires a magical mirror to enter.
All right, we got Edge returning his old man.
Where is Kohrek going? Where are we?
This is a little 2-exit drop cave that gets you some fairies if you want them.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's just using it for movement. Edge got his flippers now.
Does he not check Mire?
I don't know if he did yet. And maybe it required ether.
Oh, maybe. I didn't see.
Yeah, I happened to miss it myself. It's bounced between both streams.
He said, I was basically just here. What am I doing here?
Yeah, and I guess at this point, it was either quicker to save or flute to wherever it was he wanted to go. Maybe Edge will make that play on Swamp, it looks like. Yeah, with the dam pulled, he's got the flippers now. Plenty of hearts.
Does he still have base sword?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, these runners are in 2 totally different seas at this point.
It feels like it at times.
Enter Shuffler is just so wild.
Yeah.
It's too much for me. It's too much. Only thing I'd ever do is I just go full bore and I just do an insanity run, like just casually and just.
Ooh. I was just about to say.
So good.
Yeah, I was just about to call that. I really agree with this going for the crystal play from Edge. In retrospect, it's all too easy to endorse.
I mean, people hate Swamp, but I've seen people, it takes 15 minutes to do. I'm like, no, I've timed it. I'm bad at this, and it took me 8.
Right.
It's not 8 minutes for 6 chests, including having to kill a boss. It's not that bad.
Yeah, not at all. And people especially if you get lucky, I think it's possible that the left side is completely unnecessary.
Yeah, but just don't. Okay.
Yeah.
Pro tip: don't skip left side if you're not in go mode.
Right.
There are runners I know who have posted in this chat today who know that feeling from like not too long ago. I'm gonna skip left side.
Yeah. But what I was getting at was that you could potentially basically do a sort of go-ish mode, like clear all the chests on the way to getting to the boss, and then if you're still missing an item, come back for that left. Because at that point, it's like, yeah, you gotta walk all the way back in, but you're playing a percentage play there where you might actually be able to skip that whole side.
Where did Kohrek fight in Red Mail?
He has not, in fact.
Not. That's a very good question.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Wait, what?
There you go. Mire had Hyrule Castle.
Oh, Tracker apparently said Red Mail for a bit. But I mean, at this point, just look on the screen. You can see the blue mail. It's just a pro tip. Where are you going, Edge? It's not. Edge, this isn't completely insanity. Like this dungeon hasn't shifted entrances.
Yeah, I think first thing I'd want to find in the house, probably bombs. It's a big potential item. Of course, when they only come in 3s. And there's other places to get the bombs, but it would just give you a feeling of getting your seat off and going.
We are running out of options. It could be Vanilla Den's Tower, which is super strange.
Yeah, that'd be a bummer, but nobody's checked the Ice Palace exit yet.
Good point.
and Kohrek had been on Dark Death Mountain, didn't come up with much for it from what I remember. Nobody's opened Turtle Rock.
Fair. We haven't seen anything on the Turtle Rock.
Yeah, but I can imagine the runners are feeling about the same, that there's just not a lot going for them because they need that,
I don't know, Edge probably feels pretty good finding that fire rod.
Oh, definitely. Well, actually, yeah, that's interesting too, because that immediately opens up, go to the back of Skull Woods, hit the spine of the weird bug, and hopefully find GT.
Isn't that just a tree, or is that a bug?
I don't know. It always looked kind of like some kind of weird bug to me.
I just assumed it was an overgrown tree. My
Eh.
childhood would feel way worse otherwise.
I like that it's kind of a mini map of the way that part of the dungeon is shaped, though.
Oh, is it?
A little
Oh, it
bit.
is.
Yeah, because you get that big hallway at the front. It doesn't really account for the side room, but
Hey, we're doing this again.
yeah, getting
This was
Oh,
like the
yes.
other day.
yeah,
I remember.
Skull Woods bomb jump.
This
along
actually
with
isn't
this
that hard of a bomb jump
harness.
either. It's literally just back up against the wall bomb jump. You don't have to do anything else. It's one of the easiest bomb jumps in the game. It's really good to
Indeed.
save magic.
Definitely way
This-
easier than that gosh darn Ganon's Tower one.
Hmm. Unfortunately, it actually, without boots, does require you to move a little quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing low percent version of this boss.
Yeah.
Doesn't even have
And here we
fire
go.
rod. This is gonna be rough, actually. I don't believe that Bombos can hurt Mothula.
Correct.
Would be nice if it did, though.
Yeah, if it had the same effect as
Is the fire rod just?
a fire rod on Cold Stare, or I mean as Bombos on Cold Stare.
Does
that might
Bombos
be.
hurt other parts of Cold Stare?
I don't think so. Only the ice
Yeah.
one.
Pretty sure.
That'd be
They
awesome.
really didn't want the medallions to be that powerful. They were more utility.
Yeah, not on the bosses at least.
Like technically, the Bombos does have many uses, but it is actually supposed to be the way that you open up that, because you use so much magic fire rod in it. You are
Mhm.
supposed to use Bombos. There's an NPC that mentions that, like an ancient entity, you're gonna need like it's blah blah blah. The
Yeah,
one
some
weird
plot
thing that says use Bombos on the shell.
All right. Looks like we got swamp cleared out by Edge.
Yeah.
And now we've got Mothula down for Kohrek.
So those crystals are done for our runners. Hammer is, but it's hard to do because it causes so much knockback. It usually throws them into the
Yeah, that was a bold and strong fight from Kohrek there.
using Master Sword, real good. It's only 8 hits, but it's such a hard fight. It's quote unquote 8 hits. I saw our Gem got a really good Moth Hammer fight not too long ago.
Edge picking up his level 2 sword now off of Agina. Probably would have liked to have that for that Argus fight, but chat pointing out we don't think he went left side. So, not heeding your advice on this. Tisk tisk.
My advice usually isn't very good, so it's probably.
I
a good
don't know,
thing.
man. We might see that come back to bite him. And we'll get a nice palace check from Kohrek here. I'm rooting for Ganon's Tower. But it is Spiral Cave, and a long walk it will be. In chat calling for more crystal attempts. Get your pitchforks, guys.
Holy shit, where is GT? That is a great question.
Could be Turtle Rock entrance. Trying to think of some of the other 2 entrance caves. Yeah, I think right now it might be between Turtle and Vanilla, if I'm remembering properly. Oh hey! There goes that mushroom paying off in the potion shop in just the worst place. The Mimic Cave location.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Be a good bee and
Stock
attack this
up on
potion
those-
shop lady.
Stock up on those potions now.
Yeah, because you won't be back. Oh man, and not just in not just in Death Mountain, in Mimic Cave.
GG. There we go.
Okay, well, I guess you may in fact return back here. Good.
All right, and this will be a nice section of our run as Edge goes into the Spectacle Rock Cave to take a look.
I believe we don't know what that is. Oh, hey, look, there's Ether.
Yeah, if
Completely useless, but
as far as we know, because did we see the top of a Turtle Rock yet?
do we need to?
I'm not sure.
I don't think we even care about that anymore. We know where everything is, except for Stull Woods. Except for the Stull Woods boss. No, we know where Stull Woods boss is. Never mind.
Yeah, oh, there goes Ice Rod. Hey.
Oh, okay, well, if we combine both of their items together, we have Go Mode. Where was Fire Rod then? Where does Kohrek need to go?
Fire Rod was... Oh, goodness.
Chat,
Chad, help us out.
save the commentators.
Yeah, because I must have forgot to write that one down.
First chest in swamp. There we go. So it's even like.
Oh,
so
yeah. Yeah, it's
so
on the
he's Go
critical
mode.
path.
So
He's
Go
got to
mode,
get
yeah.
it. Yeah.
He's in Go mode the moment he chooses to go to swamp. Then that's crazy. He could almost make the nice thing about Fire Rod is it prevents him from doing too much of this dungeon.
Yeah.
So he can't actually go too far. Well, I doubt he wants to do right side, right? So it will force him out of here early. He won't want to do that torch without. You can do it, but I think it's frame perfect.
The right side torch room.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's frame perfect to do a torch.
It's
Something dumb like that.
It's pretty tough. You gotta set it up at the top room, and then you really have to rush through without the boots. Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's possible, but
I know it's possible, but like I said, I believe it's frame perfect.
I would believe you there.
We know where Ganon is. It's Forest Ganon.
Yeah, we got
same as
Forest
always.
Ganon.
It's always there. Always there. Except for the times it's not.
And Edge picking up his mitts. Woot woot.
Actually, if he does find Bid Key on left side, he will have the ability to just beat him. Like, he has all the items for it. That other torch room on the top end is hard, but
It's still significantly easier.
yeah, it just takes a while to set up. You have to blow out all those torch. You have to move all the skeletons, and then you can do it.
Edge picking up some Kool-Aid.
This bomb jump's actually so easy you can overshoot it like pretty.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you actually have to play the angle down a bit.
Or back. You can just do 2 tiles over.
Right.
You can put the bomb where the stall was and sit 1 tile in front, and you should get over the gap.
Seems right.
And hey, we do have silvers too, so this isn't gonna be too hard of a ice armor fight. Not like yesterday.
No.
The ladiest ice armor fight of all time. But it got the job done.
And the only thing laggy about that fight was the fanfare at the end.
Do.
You did a great job, dude. Oh, Swagnet.
Nice. That's still my favorite, is whenever the fanfare decides it doesn't want to fanfare, and it just goes doo. I mean, like, I pointed that out the other day in the cast, and I was the only one who found it entertaining.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Nah,
Wait, Kohrek didn't get the right side chests? Oh, I was hoping that he was gonna get snuffed. Oh, he's done it. He's done it at tile room. It's gonna be ballsy.
And that might not be the end of it. Maybe he'll do
Maybe he'll try to do the torch room.
he might. But we got Edge making his way in now too.
Why don't people bunny the thins? There we go. He is.
Powder the fairies, yeah. May as well.
Yeah.
The thing I
dangerous,
never
though.
realized, and this room points it out in spades, that once you powder a fairy into existence, it doesn't fade.
What, really?
Just watch.
Is it not going to fade out?
Yeah, we've got.
Have I panicked over these fairies for nothing?
I did the same thing until I saw somebody do this. They were just like, yeah, whatever.
Oh.
Just make the fairy go. And so we've got one more hand drop. And picks up that fairy to get a knight. Wow. That could not have paid off better. Edge about to get the same comeuppance too.
Oh, and Edge is going to get it earlier, but that means he's going to have to go find the ice rod. Oh, Edge is going to be in go mode.
Yeah, if he goes for it. This is
Goes to the
gonna...
left side.
Yeah. Because I think
Edge-
we've got...
Oh my goodness, this is so close.
Yeah, well, they...
Great. What's he going to do?
we
He's
know...
gonna- Oh, he has fire rod. He's going to do right side. No. This is actually...
Yeah, at this
I mean,
point, this is depending on the items here and where the Mire entrance is. This is
Was Meyer
potentially...
required?
Yeah.
Oh, this is potentially... Okay, so we're not out of the
It's
We're
not
not in go mode
necessarily...
yet.
Yeah, not
because we don't
necessarily.
even know where in place is.
Exactly.
This is my favorite part of Entrance Shuffler when go mode is
Just up in
actually
the air.
defined in a location.
Yeah. So I mean, for now we're in pretty good shape though. He's got all 3 medallions, and so I can't think of any way that he would not be able to get into Mire wherever it is. So that is
Right.
literally at this point the only thing stopping.
He needs to go to Ganon's tower, I think. Bootsless seed. Wah, wah.
And he can't get into Ganon's tower, the location, until he gets all his crystals, which he needs Mire then. So not sure what's there, but it won't be anything useful.
Exactly. Probably. What dungeon haven't we seen? Oh, it's just a random entrance. It's just a random 2 entrance because we've seen all the dungeons. Except for Mire, and it can't be Mire, so.
Yeah. Now, where was Skull Woods? I forget. Oh, you
I
know what?
forgot to write it down.
That's probably where Mire is, though. The slot for it.
Oh, the
Because I can't think. Yeah, because I can't think any 2-way
Or
games.
Turtle Rock. We haven't seen anything.
Oh yeah, true.
We haven't seen the actual Turtle
Front door
Rock.
turtle. Ah, thank you, serious business.
Oh, I have it then. Oh, I do. I mean, I have my notes, and I just didn't read them properly. Don't you think we've seen Top Death World, Death Mountain? Yeah. We'll see what happens when we exit out of, they might have to exit out of a dungeon to get there. Right? Is that how this works?
Trying to remember what do you call it? What Kohrek had found when he was up on the low end of the east side of Dark World Death Mountain. He had been there for just a bit, and I don't know if he found a way up. So yeah, it might be only accessible via the Turtle Rock Warp. But yeah, so right now I've got just a couple of places where that Mire entrance could be hiding. None of them vanilla, as we saw, I want to say Kohrek walk out of it earlier while it was still buried. Always fun. Yeah, we've got about half a minute off a sync race here.
That's a good way to do that room, just falling off there.
Yeah, it helps out.
No, you definitely don't want to enter that door too quickly. Oh, he's fine. Okay.
Having to deboost past the spark, but he
Yep.
gets that room
Required
easily.
for this. Dodge up these 2 chests in case there's something useful.
Yeah. Ooh, butter. That'll be good, and we'll see if both runners grab that.
You know what I've been noticing that one sword upgrade is usually been up here in V26. Like
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
not
had
bad,
what's it called, the weekly yesterday had the 3rd sword in the left chest there, which is the chest that most people will check if they're not fully equipped, right? So
Yeah.
it's basically the tower saying, yeah, you don't have to do Master Sword, Ganon, don't worry.
Yeah.
We're not that mean.
We've got
That's a lie, though.
Edgework
That's
Lambros as Kohrek enters his Moldorm fight. This should be smooth as butter, if you will.
Fun fact, if you ever want to see a really glitchy version of this fight, just hold out your sword and then shoot a silver arrow and watch the Moldorm slowly disappear into the void.
What? Now, does that count as a death, or does that just
no,
despawn a
they
sprite?
just despawn in the sprites and they still hurt. It's hilarious
jeez.
to watch. It's,
Oh, wow.
it's-
Sneaking through that room without the boots.
There's so many sparkles, and when one of them pops out, it starts deleting the sprite of like the other ones.
Oh, jeez.
It's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, and chat calling out our validation cape. Hey, they neither of them have done Spike Cave yet either.
Oh.
I guess they won't need to.
They did.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it was nothing. It was just like
Okay.
heart.
I was gonna
remember.
say it won't really be anything useful at this point anyway.
Oh, if that wasn't a blue ball, that would be a good
Yeah.
double.
Pretty much.
Oh, canceled out the other attack. That
Yeah,
sucks.
he was too good.
Yeah,
Just single off of that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when these guys get Chota Sin when they start doing this.
Jeez,
That
trolley
was an awful
positioning.
angel.
Yeah,
Oh, where it even is? Oh, there's that. He found him. I didn't know where I had him spawn there.
right. He was under one of his ghosts.
This fight is well designed, though.
Yeah,
The adding him to good fight.
Edge proving an easier time with this room, having that
Mhm.
fire rod.
They are so close. Like Edge though is in quote unquote.
Oh, there we go. And Edge does opt for that butter. On the Kakriko well here in the Ganon drop. Unfortunately, we know that not going to provide anything of too much value to
Mhm.
Kohrek. Half magic is nice though.
Nope, that's pretty useful. Mate Stan, and he'll be able to just like cleave through the first two phases of Ganon. Like with Cape and Golden, it's gonna be the
Actually,
fastest fight.
And between that and the fact that he has silvers and Edge doesn't, which I'm trying to remember where they were, if they're going to be on Edge's path.
I want to say they will be. They were in Misery Mire. So if he maybe not, then yeah, they were in the Misery Mire area. Remember when you said that Hype Cave was vanilla, and I thought you meant silvers were vanilla? and I
Oh,
was
right,
very
yeah, the
confused.
Mire Shed. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Thank you.
Mire Shed, but
Guys.
not Mire Shed.
Yeah. We got Edge working into his fight. Kohrek is probably going to make that play on Swamp at this point. Knows where it is. Oh, or not.
Yeah, we have Ether. Ether's found. There's nothing at Pedestal, for sure. Hey, we're gonna go see Death Mountain. I've always wondered, what is the fastest way to get to Turtle Rock? Is it going up the mountain, through this way, or is it going through the east side Death Mountain? In vanilla. This is a vanilla question.
I'm not totally sure.
Oh, okay.
I would say that I prefer to go across the bottom just because I like using the hook shot to pull myself along, but
I like doing the hood shot run glitch though. What if I like that glitch?
oh, that's true.
He went to swamp. He's gonna be in go mode, quote unquote.
If you guys want an answer to that, it's ideally if you're going to Turtle Rock, it's light grove all the way, but only by like a second or two to if you actually move to the Dark World.
Gotcha.
Even with the hood speed glitch.
Yes, because you'd have to go all the way around and over.
Oh, okay, fair enough. And here we go. Kohrek is in go mode. He does not have to check left side swamp at all. I mean, Edge didn't, but he might have had to. He's also much better equipped. He has good equipment, so.
Oh yeah, he's got great equipment. This Argus is gonna go down real quick.
Yeah.
and this is about the optimal situation for Kohrek walking into this. You're gonna get that first chest because, well, it's right there, and then it just pretty much sets you on the spree.
I mean, you don't need to collect any other chests in this dungeon. You can literally skip all of them because of the way this dungeon's set up. It's set up that there is no the big key is not used for actually beating the boss. It's used to get the item to
reach the boss. Yeah,
it shares that quality with Stalwarts. I believe those are the only two dungeons where the big key only is used for the chest. Stalwarts does not need the big key to beat it, but you need the big key to get the fire rod to beat it in vanilla.
Right.
Very, very unique dungeon design.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the map for those dungeons with the map, it confuses you because it doesn't tell you where the big key door is.
Right.
It's just like, yeah, deal with it.
But yeah, at this point, the only thing stopping our runners is information.
Yep. They do not know where everything is. That is the hardest part of this. Kohrek does not have ether, I'm pretty sure. So Shazarazad has the boots, who knows? There's so many item locations left, like honestly. You'd be amazed at how many items you can check in this game in like how few items you can check, especially in like Entrance Shuffler when you think you've checked a bunch.
Yeah, you can feel like you've done an exhaustive search, and yet
it's why some seasons can feel quite bad because you think you've checked so much, but really you haven't. Like when people are like, "Oh well, wasn't exactly where I looked," it's like, well, that's it's not the game's problem. It's trying to give you randomization.
Yep. So we got Kohrek putting a butter to work on Argus as Edge starts off his Mothula fight with half magic and fire rod. So
yeah, easy fight. Even as cape, I honestly would have just caped, just started running around the room, slashing at him at random angles. It should only take like 2 hits that actually register.
Right.
Because they fix the golden sword bug on Mothula. I believe. I was told they fixed the golden sword bug.
I'm under the impression as well.
For people who don't know, in vanilla SNES, golden sword does not hurt Mothula. Now this isn't normally a problem, but also tempered spins don't hurt Mothula because that is also a class 4 damage. Just the way that they programmed it so that he was invulnerable to spikes. Oh, it does as much as tempered. Okay, interesting. Thank you. I didn't know how they chose to fix it. I think both these runners are thankful that they don't have to go to Ice Palace.
Indeed. Especially when you're in a full search mode. That is obviously just a pain of a dungeon. And Edge opting to cane that guy. Kohrek looks like he's making his way to the back of Skullwoods to burn his way into what he's hoping is the last dungeon.
Mm-hmm. And Edge is going to go fight Trinex. Both these runners are in go mode. This is interesting now.
Yeah, and especially this Turtle Rock location.
The entrance to Pedestal. I believe that's not an entrance. That's just a transition. Oh, no.
In Essenby, he took an exit that was up on Dark World Death Mountain.
Yeah, Pedestal is not a entrance. It is a transition. Those are not entrances. Those are different things programming wise. Full entrance shuffler actually requires that you know some things about how the game is coded to really understand it fully.
And Kohrek taking a nice bomb jump across that spec rock gap.
But
As
Edge, you
goes into
don't need to do a spin there. It does the same. Nope.
I think he does it for insurance.
Oh, Edge. Yeah.
Oh,
there you
actually,
go.
this could. I was just about to call. This could be Meyer. I
Oh.
forgot that we hadn't been to Hookshot Cave, and there it is.
Oh, well, Kohrek is in full go mode. He doesn't know where Eastern is.
I was
as
gonna
far
say
as
I don't think he
remember.
stepped into Eastern, but it's actually nearby if he bothers to mirror when he gets out.
That's interesting. This is
a
think
very nice turn
Kohrek's-
of events for him.
I think Kohrek had a rocky start, but this has been very close, honestly, the whole time.
Absolutely, and both runners, as we mentioned
Oh
before,
no, Edge
kinda
flew
in-
away. Don't fly away. Stay here. Go to Hookshot Cave. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the stay. Oh, this race is so close now. Now that he's going towards a Misery Mire,
Mhm.
this race just like went into Edge's back to Edge's corner because he has more knowledge.
Right. And the big thing will be if Edge
And-
finds Meyer, will Kohrek find Eastern Palace?
Exactly.
And so if we don't see
if-
Edge hit Meyer, then I'm going to say Kohrek's probably going to find Eastern either way because it's really close by,
Hmm.
provided he's taken well enough notes that that he'll know that, oh, gee, I got to check the top of Paradox.
Yeah. This is so good. This is a good race.
Yeah, it's really shaping up.
Sub 2 is out of the question now, but that's fine. That's pretty extraordinary for entrance shuffler, especially full. I'm not sure what the average entrance shuffler full time is, but I want to say it's like 2:30, like for averages.
Yeah, I think it holds in not too far above the average for the simple shuffle.
Because it has its advantages and disadvantages over simple.
Right. And as long as you're really sharp with your routing, you can pull some really interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like this actually technically requires less, right? Overall.
I think so. Just because you can get away with no
Okay.
what do you call?
I love watching people stand there and quit shuffle when like they could have entered their menu and like gone into the item way faster.
Yeah, quick swap Kappa. But yeah, you can get into seeds where you don't need things like the Moon Pearl or the Mitts, where in simple they're generally always required.
Turtle Rock was Bumper Cave.
Nice. All right, we got a Silver Arrows Vitreous fight. Easy
Right.
peasy.
Yeah, this is probably the nicest fight in the game with Silvers. Just stand there and just one-shot everything.
Yeah, if you're quick and confident, you can just level
Edge,
those out.
and Edge is found.
Edge is going to Meyer as Kohrek has finished, so that's about as close as you can get.
Yeah, this is it all depends on if Kohrek goes to the cave that has Eastern in it.
Yeah, hopefully he'll make a mirror
And
here.
according to my notes,
We're gonna
that
have to
is
see.
in fact just the top of Death Mountain near Turtle Rock.
Oh no, he's walking away.
He's gonna mirror and check Turtle Rock, which is fine routing wise. I don't blame him. This is fine. This
As long
is
as he goes
fine.
back and checks Paradox Cave, but we'll
Yeah.
see. It's making for some compelling TV.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame him for checking this because it could be important.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's one of the things you think of. Oh, this dungeon entrance might be a dungeon, and you know, we know that Eastern Palace is there, but he knows that this is also a two-way that
Yep.
he kind of forgot to check, I guess, the first time.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully he doesn't finish it though, right? Like that would be bad. Like goes through it and then like finds a different entrance. No, he's just gonna ignore it.
I was
Good.
gonna say, hopefully, yeah, because I think he already knows.
Oh, we already know where the other end of Bumper is. Good. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning Bumper earlier. It's really just not. I don't. There's so much to keep track of. I try not to. Kohrek doesn't know where to go.
Oh, come on, buddy. You know what you're doing.
Come on.
Look at his
I know,
notes.
I know you got it. You got notes. I think he was just studying his notes. No.
Oh no.
No. Okay, good. Did the Lionels scare him?
Maybe.
Lionels? Okay, come on, Lionels.
There you go.
Don't jump.
Jump.
Oh no,
Check
is it right
Para-
here?
Yeah, I think he wants to go to Paradox.
Right, but no. I think he wants to go up into Paradox.
Yeah, the top end of Paradox. And he's not going to be able to get there any other way because it's cut off with the cave. And not quite bailed out by Lionel's, unfortunately. But, you know, this big key of Misery Mire was so generous that I didn't even see where it was. But both of our runners now at this point have simply burnt that dungeon.
I didn't know that Not Like This Is Fine was on this channel. It's my favorite emote. Can I get some Not Like This Is Fines in the chat, please?
Oh, no, Mire Big Q was literally the first chest that most people check. Very nice.
It's my favorite emote. It's so good. There's something about that dog.
Oh, geez, and Kohrek going in the top half of Turtle Rock. Buddy, there's a real quick way through this.
Oh no, Kohrek.
Oh, this is gonna cost him.
Yeah,
this is a.
I think Edge is gonna Edge had that. Was it Edge who had the early lead like for a while, and then Kohrek kind of had the mid game, but now Edge has got Edge doing some dark rooms early. It's paid off.
Chat pointing out he needs a key. This is true. Hopefully he remembers that he can get here quick. We've got a stoppage on Kohrek's side.
Looks like it's frozen.
All right, yeah, we're going slideshow mode.
Yeah, speed gaming tradition at this point. Somebody always goes into slow mode so that I can make the joke of subscribe to get more frames. Give Feasel your money.
All right, Edge going for his last crystal now, though, getting the pod. And it's looking like he's going to potentially catch this on the runaway.
Yeah, Edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is his last pendant. The one that pissed him off the most, remember?
Oh, yeah, the warp out of pod.
Out of this.
The only thing that would have made this any better was if he had silvers just to give that one shot to...
When he doesn't have silvers.
Yeah,
he'll never see silvers. He'll have to do silverless, which isn't that bad with golden. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah, not at all. And at this point, with Kohrek not opting to check top of Paradox, that's proving to be his undoing.
It's always the one spot for one of the runners. It's part of why I'm scared of this, because I forget item locations, let alone forgetting locations.
Right, like doors and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really have to have a tracking method that you're comfortable with, and just really have confidence.
What's an entrance shuffle? What happened to Feasel? What do you mean? Feasel's in this, or in a different. Actually, Restream is in this Discord.
I'm sure he's around. The man does a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I paused. That was me.
But yeah, he'll have an easy time in this fight as he takes 2 golden swipes at him.
Feasel's literally streaming right now. You are in his stream right now. But yeah, I haven't seen a Feasel personal stream in a while. But we are fighting Helmasaur, and we are going to Ganon after this.
Yep.
So Edge is on his way to victory.
Yeah, it's gonna take.
And Ganon is not going to give him a useful hint either. Let's be fair. Oh yeah. That's what I meant. Give your money to Feasel means subscribe to this channel, because that Feasel runs this in speed gaming too. Oh, he hit the other switch. Good.
Easy enough. And since he's got the anti-fairy, he'll take it. Nah, but the Pokey will do a little bit to him. All right. Edge
do Turtle
taking
Rock.
a walk in the
Still
forest.
doesn't know where Eastern is.
Oink oink. All right.
Yeah, he's just gonna cape and just get him into the next phase.
And
Okay,
easy
DK.
peasy.
You need that magic. D-cape. There you go. Oh, because it's swordless, he wants to make sure he has as much, or silverless, he wants to make sure he has as much health as possible. I get it.
Yeah, it's true.
He really will want to hit Torch Glitch, though.
Absolutely. That's gonna have to be priority, or else he's gonna have a tough time.
That silverless Torch Glitchless is
But seeing that blue
pretty-
potion there, he's not too bad.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he'll just, he should just spam this torch here.
Huh, near a spark. Oh, but he misses.
He missed it.
Jeez. By like a pixel, I think. He had to shift down just a bit. Now,
Yeah,
Kohrek
you don't
finished
want-
up Turtle
I don't remember
Rock.
how much this is with Golden, but
I want to say it's 6.
it's 24 with Master, so yeah, 6 sounds about
Or
right.
12, my bad. They, the spins for this, they didn't want it to be too easy, I guess. Not that they were intending on anything.
Well, the spins from oh yeah, no, that's right, because they don't spins from Master Sword and spins from Tempered Sword do the same damage.
Man, getting a little bit, blue blocked here.
I mean, really, you should just be on his red potion, right? Like,
Potentially.
in my
He's also
opinion.
got a blue. He's also got a blue potion that, depending on how he lasts. There you go. He gets a hit in. And Kohrek, filled with great consternation as he tries to think, where have I checked? And judging by the way he walked away from the top of Paradox Cave, I think he kind of crossed Eastside Death Mountain Light World off of his list.
Yeah. Use your fire rod. This would be so much easier. Yeah, Kohrek has no idea what he missed. Well, I mean, he's already been here. But now he's in the double back, but now he's like, I definitely checked East Death Mountain. Maybe something like, did I ever check the front entrance of this? And yeah, you did way earlier in the game. Way earlier.
Yep. Edge is working his way through those spins.
Yeah, he's switching back to good. He's switching to the fire rod.
Yeah, got the blue goo. And manipulating the bat.
This fight's very difficult. Like, if people are wondering what's
It's-
taking so long, this
It's grueling. It's a repetitive, but very particular.
and it's twice as long if you're in if you're playing low percent. The low percent fight of this is Master Sword. Requires 24 spins for the first
There we
phase,
go.
24 spins for the second phase, 4 spins
GG.
for the third, and 24 for the last one, and this is half as fast. So that is GG. Edge Figaro with a time that'll be roughly around 2:04. Oh, even earlier, 2:07. GG. Hopefully Edge comes in for a good old commentation.
Yeah.
That was a real good one.
Definitely.
Just to let you know, he'll be in a minute.
Great.
Just running to the bathroom.
And the Triforce being just about on point with that remark there. Minus the waste and plus about 3 minutes. Now, Kohrek, I don't think he's going to find this. To be honest, SMI, I'm not totally sure. But I think at this point, with the stop here, knowing the dot done came in, it might be
Yeah, I think we might be in the forfeit, which is. I can
Eastern
understand.
Palace is at the top of Eastern Light World Death Mountain in what's called the Paradox Cave.
The 3 exit cave.
Yeah.
It's a paradox because you can find an entrance and then not actually be able to do anything, but then find another exit that leads to a different exit, and it's 3 entrances are weird in this. It's still shuffled as if it was 2. All the exits have a different entrance attached to them, so it's a very weird cave. You can literally go to 3 different areas in the world.
Pretty
You
much.
just wasted 2 hours of your life.
And now the
best
vanilla
test.
reason they call it the Paradox is actually because when you look at the map, 2 of the exits are at the same elevation.
Yeah.
But one of them is lower when you go in the cave.
Mm-hmm. It's a little budgy.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. Just for the most
That's all
part, the
good.
maps in this game actually make complete logical sense, except for Paradox
Pretty well.
Cave. Like
Yeah.
the dungeon maps all make logical sense in how you go up and down them.
Hey, Edge, GG.
Hey Edge, if you're talking, your mic is muted. Like on your end, not on ours. You might have push to talk.
I think
Mike,
he's
Mike.
still away from Mike.
Okay, push to
There you
talk is
go.
on.
There
Hi.
we go. Hey,
Hey,
nice run, Edge.
yeah,
Thank
very
you.
nice. You had a great early game, especially with some of those. It's until about it was right actually up until you mirrored out of pod that you were starting to lose that race. And it wasn't because of the mirror; it was because you weren't finding what you needed. You had a really rough mid game compared to Kohrek.
I feel very lucky to advance through this game. There's a number of things that I did poorly.
I mean, in the end, you got the win. That's
Yeah,
what counts. And
Kohrek
honestly,
is-
I mean, apart from the slip on the first run through Helmassar, really, you did everything you could. That lamp location was pretty tricky. You wouldn't want to normally go up the Zora until you had the flippers. We had to get the flippers off of something that technically required the lamp. It did see you go for that old man a couple of times, I think. I mean, I don't blame you for bailing, to be honest.
That's actually what gave Kohrek a good mid-game advantage. Was he got the lamp early because he cheated in the flippers, basically, and was able to do quite a bit. He was actually in go mode just before you were.
Really, he beat
yep.
me to go mode. What
He did.
couldn't he find?
Well,
he needed the
minus
ice.
the
He needed
information.
the ice rod, and you needed the fire rod. And he had entered Ganon. He went to Swamp earlier than you did, I believe. Or no, what was it? No, when
Ice
did you
Rod
go
was
into
in
go mode?
GT.
Yeah, I know that.
yeah.
He was in quote unquote go mode because he knew where Swamp was, and that was like the next logical decision. So I think I called him as going into go mode because his next logical decision would have been going to Swamp because of how close he was. So I basically called that he would do it and then grab Fire Rod and then be in go mode. Because
Yeah.
why go anywhere else? Like sits chests, you haven't checked much. Sits chests there, like it's a big one. So yeah, you're right. You were technically in go mode just before him, but
Yeah, that's definitely right.
He was
And-
in a logical go mode unless, well, what's happening now happened, and he ends up not
Yeah,
knowing where Eastern is. If you aren't
you
watching,
proved the
he has
usefulness
no-
of note taking in this one.
He has no idea where he's systematically checking every entrance slowly. He should very soon. In fact, his next entrance is going to be Paradox Cave. So
I think, unless he chooses to drop, but hopefully he doesn't make that
No,
costly.
here it is.
There we go.
yeah.
Alright.
So
Oh,
right after he was done, what was it? The Dark World dungeon. That was he's just sitting there like, oh, okay, I found it. Good. He has silvers though, so his end game is going to be a lot easier.
Yeah, Ganon told me it was at a spark, and I didn't know what that meant.
It
Oh,
was the Mire Shed, which was in
Yeah.
Dark World Agina's cave, basically.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, to you, what were the big surprises in this run, Edge?
The fact that we had everything super early, minus gloves. I knew, or minus mitts. I knew at some point that mitts opened up the rest of the game, and if I get mitts, then I probably can find Ganon's Tower, unless Ganon's Tower is vanilla.
Right, and thankfully that was.
There's a really high chance that Ganon's Tower puts me in go mode, and that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, I'd say it was just about right, yeah. And yeah, for I guess with our final times here, this was definitely on the quicker side, seed-wise, and you guys executed well through it.
This is easily a sub 2 seed if I don't mess up Helmasaur. And
actually, now you mention it, and not to rub it in, but yeah, you really would have had probably maybe a 155.
Well, he wouldn't have had to go all the way back to pod.
Exactly.
So it's travel time too. Take that into account.
And really, if I get flippers earlier, this should be in the 140s somewhere. You had everything super early.
If you made the decision to go to Zora almost as soon as you had 500 and the Moon Pearl, because Fate Flipper, Jesus Walk, you would have had Lamp, and there's nothing on ledge, so you never have to go back. But routing it in with Quakefish, not a bad idea. So
did I ever check Quakefish? I don't think.
Yeah, you did it when you routed it in. Oh no, you didn't.
No, he didn't.
That
was Kohrek. He did the 2 shopping malls, then routed with the warps up that way.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, ultimately, information prevails here.
Mm-hmm.
Along with some superb execution.
Very good seed, very good time, and I mean, it feels bad for Kohrek that he missed. He was so close because he almost went to like the direction of Ganon's Tower, and then the Lionels kind of stared at him when he kind of backed off, and then jumped down to Mirrored, and then jumped down to Spiral Cave, vanilla location, and that's what got him.
I was frustrated after I mirrored out a pod, and then I found the flippers. When I immediately picked up the Master Sword and picked up the gold gloves, I thought that might have been my ticket back into the race.
And honestly, basically that proved to be true.
Yeah, and it really was. Like, that was I mean, luckily, did this seed even require a pendant? No, it didn't even. Like, you had to go into Pendant Desert. I don't know. Desert wasn't even Pendant.
Pendant Desert had the Cane of Burna, which I think both of you guys used in your run, but I guess ordering wise, technically you might have gotten the cape first if you hadn't otherwise done it. I'm not sure.
I got the cane, and then I used it a little bit on the in T-Rock on the laser bridge.
Right. Yeah,
Both
and that ended up
joined.
mostly being keys.
Yeah, don't worry. Both of you guys had issues with T-Rock.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the things that actually kind of precipitated the end of the race. Kohrek had to go back into Turtle Rock without having a key to open that door.
I don't know
he
if
had
you
to
noticed.
go out through the front.
I don't know if you noticed this, but if either of you had done Turtle Rock early, got in the bid key, and all those stuff, without getting cape, etc., so sequence break, you would have sequence braked the absolute crap out of this seed. Because Turtle Rock had some good stuff in it.
Oh yeah, what was in the big key chest? I'm trying to remember now.
Big key chest had mitts, but you can't get to that chest unless you go from castle. You have to use the master sword to open it up, or maybe you can get the cape. But I found the cape later, so I think it was mitts locked.
Maybe that
might have been true. Yeah.
Oh, then I guess it wasn't. I think. Yeah, I do. I think I remember chat corrected me on that. Whatever. It would have been cool if one of you guys did Turtle Rock early and like got the keys and stuff, and then found the other entrances later.
And we've got a freeze out from Kohrek.
Asked Edge if he was thinking about magic and where the potion shop was during Ganon. You knew where the potion shop was.
Yeah, I knew where the potion shop. I think it was at Mimic Cave, and I knew when I found Mimic Cave that I wasn't ever going back.
Right.
I also knew that if I failed on the Ganon fight, that it's a lot easier if you just reset and get the torch glitch. Like the torch glitch makes that way easier. You get an extra spin, and sometimes you can get 3 from just a single light. So I wasn't super concerned about that.
Yeah, and with everything that happened, I mean, he's got silver, so he's gonna have a much easier time.
We're out of slideshow mode as he in, I guess, third phase.
We teleported to the Ganon fight apparently. Oh, he just tried to fight. He just tried to fire again. He's probably stressed. It's understandable.
Yeah, but he will ultimately finish with a pretty strong time overall.
Getting that double. He's only got one more hit actually. If he didn't.
Oh, but he missed.
Frame. Lighting up one torch, waiting for him to be in a good position. Oh, missed. Oh, there he goes. Okay, this should be dead. Yeah, there he goes. GG. GG to Kohrek.
In around
honestly,
2:15:40.
2:15 isn't a bad time.
Not at all.
Nope. For this seed, maybe, but not in general. So yeah, this is.
Let's light up the chat with some GGs.
Yeah, GG. Now, while we're finishing this up, before Kohrek gets in here, just remind. Oh, he's already here. Never mind. We'll do plugs later. Hey, Kohrek. Welcome to Eastern Palace.
Hey.
GG and a tough break on that one.
Yeah, sometimes you just mark something off because you get caught up in the. Okay, I'm done with that area now, and yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling it might have been the error that was made there. That's an easy one to make, and especially when you expect that cave to be your transit up and down that side of the mountain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and unfortunately, good run. Like 2:16, still a good time. That seed though was very interesting. Give you lots of options very early, which I even called at the start. Even if this seed is technically good, it's going to lead to some very confusing options for our runners, and it led to swords not being found until very late into the run.
The thing about full shuffle in general is the moment that the Dark World is available, routing gets really, really interesting because there's tension between checking entrances and going for checking single entrances and going for multi entrances and searching what particularly you're searching for at that moment.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, this seed got really complicated once you found Mirror because you had so many options. It was actually ridiculous. Now, I mean, was there anything that really surprised you about the seed, Kohrek?
Not really. I mean, outside of forgetting to mark something, I thought it was. I mean, outside of having a lot of options, it seems somewhat straightforward to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you have so many options. There's lots of different routes you could take. If either one of you had gone to Zora early, which isn't really a good play in entrance.
I was gonna say most runners consider that a low percentage play, and so to me that was the big curveball, was putting very important item there.
Yeah, didn't put in that there because lamp was actually your fire source for some dungeons, so including Ganon's Tower.
And then with the fire rod being in swamp, you actually needed, according to the logic, the lantern to get the old man to get the flippers to go to swamp.
Yeah, so very weird. Yeah, Kohrek, you actually sequence breaked, which gave you a pretty decent mid-game advantage with the flippers, because when you went to check, because it made you go to Zora earlier than you would have, because you can check the location, you can check the ledge, you checked catfish, so
I doubt I ever get the lamp if I manage to save the old man. I tried twice. That was frustrating.
Yeah, but hey, at least you did it. At least you did it. You got the flippers. It gave you a good advantage in the early game, and I think if you didn't miss Eastern, you won because you had silvers and he didn't. It might have been as simple as that. Because it took Edge a long time to beat Ganon. A long time.
Well, I mean, that might be true, but a big part of entrance shuffle is actually knowing where the entrances are, and I kind of failed on that one.
Yeah. But I'm saying that if you had checked that one entrance, you probably would have won. So at least take that you weren't that far behind up until that point. Like you guys were really neck to neck. Like the last end. The only thing was if Edge needed to find Misery Mire and Kohrek needed to find Eastern, and that was it. And Edge found Misery Mire, but Kohrek did not. So that was really the only difference. And it's funny because they were both right beside each other.
Well, I actually got to Misery Mire an unintended way, because then I thought Turtle Rock would be Eastern, and it was not.
Right.
Yeah, so whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything worked. Entrance Shuffle is amazing. Now, for the rest of today, in like 30 minutes, we're going to have a Castlevania 4 race, and then Entrance Shuffler after that. Then there will be an Ocarina of Time Championship Series, which is really interesting if you've never seen that. It's really, really fun to watch. So I definitely recommend that if you're a fan of 3D Zeldas. Obviously, we are 2D Zelda in. Then there will be 2 Super Metroid randomizers. Then Link to the Past Entrance Shuffler, followed by a Final Fantasy 1 randomizer, which that tournament just started up, and they're still in round 1. So if you want to kind of ease your way into it, the seed is very simple at the start. And that's pretty much today, it looks like.
Yeah, looks about right. We got for the entrance shuffle, we've got 1 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be on Speed Gaming 2, and then come back after dinner if you're on the East Coast at 7:30, and we'll have the last simple shuffle of the tournament.
Yeah, the very last simple shuffle. So if this was a little too complicated for you, then
like this morning's match, these next 2 are going to be absolutely excellent execution and competition.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely come back for them.
Yep, and if you want to stay on the channel that you're currently on, or no, if you want to go to Speed Gaming 2, then that will be where Entrance Shuffler, and that will be where the next 3 randomizers on this channel will be. I think that's pretty much it. I guess to plug a few tournaments that are coming up in case you missed them, there is a Link's Awakening tournament starting very soon. It's actually not a hard speedrun to learn. If you're looking to learn a speedrun, very active community, friendly community, pretty short run. It's about an hour long. It's pretty glitchy. Link's Awakening DX, so that's down below. You can do that with LADX. There's also like an Isaac tournament coming up in October. There's some other tournaments as well. There's the Earthbound Boogie % tournament starting soon, which is like a half game run, etc. FF Explode. What did I do wrong? I feel like that's bad.
What?
But yeah, I think that's about it. And then we can, take a break for 30-ish minutes before Castlevania.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Kohrek and Edge. Thank you for joining me, Zelnus.
Thank you, chat, for joining us.
Absolutely. Shout outs to Feasel, SMBI, everybody who makes speed gaming happen.
Mm-hmm.
I've been Epibliticus with Zelnus, and we'll see you in a little while.
Peace out.